And we are live. Okay, well, apparently I lost connection to my... no, okay, my keyboard is connected. All right, so as the title suggests, this quick impromptu stream is going to be about me studying for the CKAD exam. So it's the Certified Kubernetes Application Developer exam, and there are many resources to sort of prepare for the exam. One of them is a great course on Udemy. I haven't found much on YouTube, but I've searched around Hacker News and Reddit, and I've found a pretty good list of sort of exercises and I guess labs and exam questions to prepare for the test. So and one of them, and I guess one of the most recommended was this one from DG Canatios. It's called CKAD-exercises. It's been starred 6.5k times, been forked 4,000, almost 5,000 times, and it apparently meets the it follows the official curriculum, and is very active. As you can see, the last commit was pushed 18 days ago. So it's very up to date, and we will attempt to. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do this in one sitting. It's going to be 90% blind because I did a stream. I attempted to stream anyway earlier this morning, and I went over the core concepts. So essentially, you click on the content, right? So you click on the links, and it'll take you to the design section, right? So yeah, so I'll go over the core concepts again. So obviously this one's not going to be blind, but the rest will definitely be. I'm going to try and attempt to do this under 2 hours. If it takes any longer, I'll have to stop and then pick up maybe tomorrow. This stream will be on YouTube. It will be posted on YouTube. So if you're watching from Twitch, welcome. Yeah, so let's crack on with this. Just as sort of how can I put it? Just to preface what I'm going to do, I will not be running the commands on a Kubernetes cluster that's sort of on the cloud provider. I will be using Minikube on my local machine. So I'm on a Mac right now, but this is it's running Vagrant. The shell you see right now is a Ubuntu. Oh, it doesn't have LSB release. I think it's cat etc release. Nope. LSB release. Yep. So I'm on Ubuntu 20.04, even though I'm on a Mac. So I'm going to be running this from Vagrant. So yeah, I have Minikube all set up now. Hopefully, if I can do a pod. Yep. Right, well, let me actually delete pod -a. Okay, delete pod all. Yep. All right. Okay, so let's crack on. So core concepts, very basic. They give you useful links to the cheat sheets and other helpful resources from the official documentation. So you're free to peruse that at your own leisure. I'm not going to do that in the stream because I want to go quick, hopefully. Yeah, let's crack on. So the cool thing about this is that it doesn't show you the answer right away. You have to sort of click show. So there's a link that will toggle the answer, so you can essentially just, you can't be distracted by the answer. You can look at the question, attempt to solve the question, and then look at and then reference the answer afterwards. So question 1 is very simple, very basic. Create a namespace called my namespace and a pod with image nginx called nginx on this namespace. So we'll do this very quickly. We'll do and you'll see that I've gone through the questions because I'm using fish and have autocomplete, so you'll see. So I'll do k run nginx --image equals nginx. Actually, no, that's not the question. The question is we need to create a namespace, so we'll do that. K create ns my namespace. Oh yeah, well, already exists, so because I've created it before. So let me just delete ns all. Right, so now we'll do k create ns my namespace. Oh god. Okay, let me do k get ns. What do I have? Well, why is it not? Object is being deleted. Oh, so okay. So it took a while for it to get deleted. Okay, so we're good now. So we've created a namespace, and now we need to run an image called nginx. So we'll do that. My namespace run nginx image equals nginx restart never. Restart equals never. Now this is going to be very, very important. Dash dash restart equals never. It's going to be very useful once we get to you'll see. And so we'll do that. And now if we do pods, okay, get pods. So we have no pods in the default namespace. Let me bump the font real quick. Yeah, but if we do pods -n my namespace, we have the nginx namespace running. So if we go back here, as you can see, kubectl create namespace my namespace, and then you can essentially just use the imperative command to do that. Now create the pod. Question 2 is create the pod that was just described using YAML. Well, that's again very simple. We can do k-n my namespace run and then we'll do dry run equals client. We'll output that as a YAML file, and then we'll save it to nginx pod.yaml. cat temp nginx pod.yaml. You can see we have the YAML version of this pod. Now if I delete the pods on my namespace, we call it nginx. Let's delete pod. So name my namespace pod nginx, and we do kubectl apply -f temp /temp nginx pod.yaml. It's been created and it's running. As you can see, it's 4 seconds ago, so it recreated the pod. If we look up at the answer, that was that. So you do essentially dry run equals client. So it's not going to actually create the resource, and then you output the result as a YAML file, and you essentially redirect the output to a file, and then he did create, but you could have just done that. And also there's a a one-liner for this. So you pipe that to kubectl create -n namespace, and then you essentially sort of take the output of that, and then you pipe it to the file. To the create command. Create a busybox pod using kubectl command that runs the command env, run it, and see the output. All right, so create a busybox pod using kubectl and that runs command env. All right, so Again, k run, k is short for kubectl. K run busy box hyphen image equals busy box, and then we'll do restart equals never, and then we'll do interactive IT, and then we'll do -- command, and then we'll do -- env. And as you can see, boom, we have the output. So if you do -IT is sort of like -IT is interactive mode essentially. I is interactive and T is TTY, and then -- command. If we look at the documentation, if we do krun -- help, and then we grab for command, and we'll output them. Yeah, so see -- command false equals false if true. So if you set the flag and extra arguments are present, use them as the command field in the container rather than the args field, which is the default. So that's that. And I believe if you don't pass that, it will essentially use the args field if you've ever written YAML manifests. In fact, let me just try to see if it works if you don't do command. I believe, oh yeah, it already exists. Let me just delete pod busy box. Do it again. Yep, it works. Let me remove the interactive flag just to see. Oh, let's delete the pod fast. And then let's go back and do it again. Oh yeah. So if you remove the IT, what it's going to do is going to create the pod. It's going to run env, but then you would have to look at the logs yourself, right? And do that. So it's essentially the same thing. All right, so let's look at the answer. Oh, yep. So that was that, right? IT rm, and then if you do -- rm, it will auto delete the thing, which I should have done. So that we don't have to do delete all the time. It essentially just exits and delete, and deletes the pod. And if you don't put restart never, it's just going to get stuck. So because it will exit, and then because the default restart policy is always, I think, then it will essentially keep restarting the container and just never exits. So yeah. Create a busybox pod using YAML that runs the command env, run it and see the output. So we'll do the same thing, except we'll essentially just get the YAML and then send it to a file. So run busybox -- image busybox. We'll do actually I don't think we need the command. We can essentially just do YAML -dry run equals client. We'll do env, and then we'll pass that to temp busybox.yaml. We cat temp busybox.yaml. We have this, and as you can see, yep, if you don't pass the -- command, it's going to use args. And let's try that again. If we do -- command instead, and then do busybox2.yaml, and if we cat that, yep, it used command instead of args. So we'll do we'll apply that. So we'll do busybox, nope, not that, busybox.yaml, please. Boom. So it's been created, and if we do this, it's completed. As you can see, it's not ready, it's just in a completed status. And then we can just look at the logs, logs, busybox. and we have the env. So this is done. This is done using YAML. Get the YAML for a new namespace called myns without creating it. So this is what I was telling you about with the --dry run client. So if we do k create ns myns, and then we do -dry run equals client -o YAML. So we get the let me pipe that to cat. Nope, that's not how it works. Okay, that's fine. No, let me just do this. Nope, right, doesn't work. Whatever. So k create and if we look, so however many times, I mean, we can do this indefinitely. And if I do k get ns, we don't have the myns namespace because it hasn't been created. So let's check the answer. Yep, OYAML dry run client. Get the YAML for a new resource quota called myRQ with hard limits of 1 CPU, 1G memory, and 2 pods without creating it. So whenever you see a question like this, you know it's going to be about, we're going to have to use the dry run client flag. And so we're told to use a resource quota. So let's see if we can do that. So if we do k-create -elp, let's see what we can create using the command. So we can create cluster role binding, config map, cron job deployment, no resource quota. Resource quota. So we can do that. Let me just, I'm going to pause the stream real quick. I'll be back in a second. So let me just do that. Right, I'm back. So yeah, the question was about resource quotas. So as you can see, we can create a quota using that command. So we'll do that. Okay, create quota, and then we'll go -help. So if we look at the docs, we can create a quota. So we pass it the name, and then we give it the flags over here. So hard, --hard, CPU, memory, pod, services, blah, 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 and all the rest of it. So we can do that here. And the question states that we need hard limits, not a limit, so hard limits of 1 CPU, 1 G memory, and 2 pods. So we'll do this. Okay, create quota RQ. What was it? My RQ? Yep, my RQ --hard equals CPU 1 equals 1, memory equals 1G, and 2 pods. So 2 pods, 1G, and 2 pods. And then we don't actually want to create it, so we'll do dry run equals client and OYAML. And we have that. And if we go check the answer, that's exactly what was expected. Now we need to get the pods on all namespaces, so we'll do this. kubectl get pod. And actually, let me just do get pods A, and we'll get. And we can also do, that's short for --all --name spaces. It's the same thing. And yep, so that's that. Create a pod with image nginx called nginx and expose traffic on port 80. So how can we expose the traffic on port 80 for that particular pod? So whenever they talk about exposing a port, we're talking about the container inside the pod. And so for this, we'll try and look at the documentation for run. And let's see if there's anything about ports. Yep. See, --port, the port that this container exposes. So we'll do that. Okay, run nginx, image nginx, and then we'll do --port equals 80. And we don't have to expose, we'll just do that. And I'll show you, we'll say restart never, and I'll show you the YAML. In fact, let me just show you the YAML now. And just so we can be sure, and that's what it does. See, ports, container port 80. Let me try and do --expose. Just this, no, actually, let me just do this. Let's go back and let's try and do --expose. Yeah, it's the same thing. So, oh, status node balancer. Oh, okay. So when you do expose, it actually creates a service that exposes the port, but it's essentially the same thing. So we'll do that. Oh, we've not actually created the resource, so let's just do this, and then I'll get rid of that, and boom. Yep, it's running. Okay, so that's that. Change the pod's image to nginx 171. Observe that the container will be restarted as soon as the image gets pulled. Yep. So we'll have to open another tab here, and we'll do get pods -w for watch, and we will update the pod's image. So we'll do set image pod nginx. Now inside the pod, the container is called nginx, and so we will set the image for the pod to 1.7.1, and we should see the nginx pod being recreated. So we'll hit enter and see what happens. And as you can see, it's running and it's been recreated. So if we do k describe pod nginx, you can see pulling image 1.7.1. And if we go up, the image has been updated to 1.7.1. So that's that. We'll go back and check the answer. Yep. Boom, boom. And then you can see that the image has been pulled. The other way we could have done it is to check the JSON path. I mean, to sort of use JSON to filter the output. But it's a bit tedious in my opinion. I don't like to use JSON unless it's piped to JQ. Okay, so get nginx pods IP created in the previous step and use a temporary busybox image to doubly get its root. Okay, so we've created the nginx pod, right? Where is it? So pods. All right, so we know that it exposes port 80. And so essentially, we don't need this anymore. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to extract the pod's IP. So we do k get pod nginx -o wide. As you can see, the IP is 172.17.0.5 node is minikube. So we will use a combination of awk. No, actually we'll just use awk, not a combination. So we'll do k get pod nginx -o wide. We'll add the no headers flag, which will give us only the results, and then we'll pipe that to awk. So we'll do awk, and I believe it's it's going to be print. So by default, the separator is space. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces. So we'll do print 8, and we get the IP. And so what we want to do is we want to create a temporary busybox container. So we'll do k run busybox. Actually, let me just check if we have. Yeah, so let's just delete the busybox container now. All right, so we have this, and now essentially we'll just do git run busybox. Image is going to be busybox. We'll run it interactive mode. We'll rm. We'll remove it once it's done. We absolutely should tell it to never restart. And hopefully we can now echo. Let's echo first. Let's do that. Now I'm using fish, so the command substitution in syntax is different. But in bash you would have to add the $. Let's see if it works. Okay, so we can use command substitution for this. That's great. And now if we go back and replace echo with wget -o, we should, we get the nginx page. And that's the one. As you can see, you can do that. The other way we could have done it is we could have sort of stored that, stored the IP as an environment variable, and then we could have essentially just done that. But it's the same thing. So now we need to get the pod YAML. Okay, so we'll do that. But essentially we'll do dry run again, client. Because the only way to get, well, I mean, we could create it and then check the YAML, but we'll just do YAML. Can't be used with attached container options. Okay, so we need to remove the interactive flags, like so, and boom, we get the the output, the YAML. And yep. Oh. Okay. Oh, so he was talking about the Nginx pod. Oh. Whatever. Get information about the pod, including details about potential issues. Well, that's easy. Okay, describe pod Nginx. We've done that before. Yep. Get the pod logs. Well, again, we've done that. So it's going to be kubectl logs Nginx, and we get the logs. All right. If the pod crashed and restarted, get the logs about the previous instance. Again, if we do k logs help, as you can see, we have the hyphen previous. If true, print the logs for the previous instance of the container in a pod if it exists. So we'll do that. We'll do k logs hyphen previous Nginx, and we get the correct output. Boom. Execute a simple shell on the Nginx pod. Well, we can do that with kubectl exec nginx-it. And let's see if I can have bash. Yes, we have bash. And as you can see, we're root. Now let's do this. Blah blah blah. Let's go to home. Let's see if we have a home directory. Nope. All right. So you can do that. You can exit. Boom. Okay, create a busybox pod that echoes hello world and then exits. Well, again, that's very easy. So okay, run busybox -- image equals busybox. Restart equals never. ID hyphen rm will echo world and exit. Boom. Okay. Do the same, but have the pod deleted automatically when it's completed. I think I've just done that. The RM flag. Yep. So I did that with the RM flag. Create an Nginx pod and set an end value as var1 equals val1, and then check the end of existence within the pod. Okay. We can do that. So if I do krun help, see if we can add an environment variable. Yes, we can. --env environment variables to set in the container. Let's see if we have any examples of this. Yep, --env. So it's key equals value. All right. And then for every single environment variable, you have to tack on the --env flag. So we'll do that. K run nginx --image equals nginx. Nginx --env equals var1 equals val1. Restart never. We'll do it, and then we'll do env and grep for var1 to see if it's been created. Pods nginx already exists, so let me delete pod nginx, and let me do that again. Boom. So we have the output. Oh, we could have just did I do rm? No. So if I do pods, it's completed, but it's okay. So it's completed. Let me see if I can exec bash. Yep, now it's succeeded. All right. So maybe we can essentially just let me show you kdelete pod nginx. We'll do that again, but instead of doing this, we'll just do that, right? And then we can do kexec nginx bash, and we can do env, and let me grep case insensitive for var1, and boom. So these are two different ways of doing it. And if we check the answer, boom, boom. Okay, so that's it for the first for the first section. I'm a bit short on time right now, so I will continue this tomorrow. So this part will be on YouTube. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. I will make sure to read them and answer you. If you want to keep up with the series, I suggest you subscribe to the channel, like the video if you've liked it. Don't hesitate to share it online, on Discord, on Reddit, on Hacker News, everywhere you can. And yeah, I guess I'll see you soon. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.